Hello friends, welcome to this video. So today we are going to solve one of the most frequently asked SDET interview question, that is find the first non-repeating character in a string. So given a string, we need to return the first character that does not repeat. For example, if I say our input as Swiss. So here we could see what will be our output. So it will be W. Fine, because S is repeating but W appears only once and it's the first such character. I hope you understood. So if you see here, S is repeating and W is the first non-repeating character here. Fine, it's not repeated anywhere in this whole string and it's the first non-repeating character. So because S is repeating but W appears only once, and that's why it's a first such non-repeating character. Now you need to understand, why do interviewers ask this? So they want to test your knowledge of string manipulation, your ability to use collections framework efficiently, and they would like to check your logical thinking, that is order of characters matters here. So we have few approaches here. So one approach we talk about is brute force. So this approach is basically in which we check each character one by one. Fine. But due to its complexity, so it is bad for interviews. So the most optimized way is use a hash map or a linked hash map to count frequencies in one pass. So what happens here, like when you use hash map or a linked hash map to count frequencies in one pass, then iterate again to find the first non-repeating, and its complexity also is always big O(n). So that's why this is considered as best approach. And why we use linked hash map instead of hash map? Why? Because linked hash map maintains insertion order, and that way when we look for the first non-repeating character, we can directly find it without losing order. So let's implement this step by step. Keep watching this video till end and you will be going to get a lot logical knowledge in this. So very first thing is, first I will implement one more method here, that is first non-repeating character. So public static character first non-repeating char, and in this we can pass one parameter as string str. Fine. So because I know that I will be returning a character, so instead of void I just took character here. So very first step is we just use linked hash map. So in our step 1, basically use linked hash map. I'm just commenting for the better understanding. Use linked hash map to store frequency of each character. Fine. So we'll use map character comma integer. So my key will be of character type and my value will be of integer type. freq map, frequency map. I just creating this reference, then new linked hash map. Fine. Now we do one thing. In our step 2, we will traverse string and update frequency. So in our step 2, just do one thing. Import java.util map. Okay. Now in our step 2, we traverse string and update frequency. So for this, I will give for char ch string dot to char array and frequency map dot put ch and frequency map dot get or default ch comma 0 plus 1. Fine. So now in our next step, we will traverse map and find the first character with frequency 1. Fine. So what we will do here, we'll do one thing. We just already we traversed string and updated frequency. Okay, just traverse the map. So I'm just putting the next step, team. So in our next step, we will traverse map and find the first character with frequency 1. Fine, so we just give here for map dot entry and character integer, and you just give here entry colon frequency map dot entry set. Now if entry dot get value equals 1, so return entry dot get key. Fine. So basically we found our first non-repeating character. Fine. Now in our step 4, if no unique character found, return null or special value. Fine. Now let me do one thing. Now let us go to our main function. Okay, and I am giving example for a string input 1. String input 1 is Swiss. Fine. So string input 1 is Swiss. So we do one thing. I will just print my input also. That is system.out.println, and input, concatenate input 1, fine, and first non-repeating character input 1. Okay, so if you want we can give other inputs also. So in the same way, string input 2 equals programming. Fine. Now system.out.println input 2. Now first non-repeating character again with my input 2. Okay, and again if you want you can give with a third one, that is AABBCC, and make this as input 3. Fine. So let's run this and see our output. So that is run as Java application. Okay, there is some issue. Okay. So this will be run as Java application. So you could see here in this first non-repeating character is W, that is perfect as expected. In our programming, this is P, that is perfect. Okay, again we gave for, okay, this will be input 3. And if you could see here in my third string, it is basically null because we cannot find any non-repeating character here. See, all are repeated. Okay, so if in your interview, if interviewer asks for index instead of character, so you can modify this code easily by using HashMap character integer. Character is a key and integer is a value to store counts and then loop through original string to find index. So to summarize this, you basically use linked hash map for maintaining the order. You basically used count frequency in one pass and you just found the first character with frequency 1, and if you see its time complexity is big O n and space complexity is also big O n. So this is the most cleanest and most optimized interviewer friendly solution. So if you find this hopeful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more coding interview questions and stay tuned. Thank you everyone.